How you doing, Francisco? You all ready?
I'm all set. How are you? Are you ready to start learning?
I am, yeah. I'm a little bit nervous, it's got to be said.
Well, you better be the first
I
one.
know I'm going to be tested on this, and everyone watching as well, you're quite welcome to test me on some of this. I shouldn't have said that. Hello, my name's David Page, and I'd like to welcome you to this live interactive language learning course powered by FilmDoo. FilmDoo is a global online film streaming platform helping you find and watch films that don't often get the audience they deserve, getting lost and drowned out by other mainstream Western platforms and titles. And often they themselves are award-winning titles from literally all over the world. We have a huge database of international films now covering 83 countries in 35 languages, delivered on our diverse curated platform, which is filmdoo.com. We have spent just over the past year now developing software that works on top of our video content to create interactive courses that can be used by tutors in class, online, set as homework, or even as self-study and home tuition by anyone wanting to learn a language or just improve on their language skills. For a limited time, anyone can sign up for free and use the courses available and use our easy-to-use authoring tool to build their very own courses, just like Francisco's done today, that we'll be seeing a bit later. You could use free content or even your own videos, content that you've made by simply uploading to our platform via Vimeo or YouTube. This option might be appealing to tutors or teachers watching, so you may hold language classes and tuition in a new and fun way to keep students interested as well as motivated. I'll take a screenshot at the end and announce the winner on our Facebook page, and I'll share the link in a moment to that on here. So pick a recognizable name if you are playing along. And if you do want to have a go yourself as well, the top 3 places will be getting a code to use on the next course to give them the course for free. If you'd like to know more about the courses we run, please do like and follow our Facebook page. So please let me welcome your Spanish course tutor and host, Francisco Faria.
Hola chicos, as David said before, I'm Francisco Faria. I'm going to be your tutor for today. So I'm just going to start sharing my screen so you guys can start. So there you go. So the class today, since it's the first class, is going to be a very simple class. We're just going to be seeing a very few grammatically subjects. So how to introduce yourself. And then we're also going to work on some listening regarding common greetings and times of the day. And then after we finish with that, we're going to come back to the slides and we're going to keep watching maybe a little bit of more basic vocabulary regarding numbers and colors. So as you may know, as you all may know, hola is like the most common word in Spanish. I think everyone knows what hola means.
Even I know that one.
Yeah, you say. There you go. So that's a good beginning. So what you need to do now, if you're doing this on a smartphone, you can just scan the ER code. Otherwise, I'm just gonna share this on the chat.
¿Cómo te llamas?
Yo soy Julio.
Yo me llamo María.
Encantado.
What's the difference between encantado y encantada? El género, femenino o masculino, o el número, if it is singular or plural.
Perdona, pero yo me voy. Al trabajo.
Vale.
Bueno, hasta luego.
Adiós.
what is the Spanish for see you later? Adiós o hasta luego? So adiós means bye, hasta luego means see you later.
Ella es Josefina.
How do you introduce someone in Spanish? Él, ella es, esta, este es, none of the above. So besides saying me llamo, ella se llama, or nos llamamos, you can also use the verb to be, ser, to introduce something, introduce yourself.
Secretaria.
Hola, encantada. ¿Y tú cómo te llamas?
Me llamo María.
If you meet someone and you would like to know the name, what would you ask? ¿Tú cómo te llamas? ¿Cómo te llamas? ¿Cuál es tu nombre? O todas las anteriores, all of the above. So, ¿cuál es tu nombre? Is what's your name? ¿Cómo te llamas?
Julio,
¿Cómo te llamas? Exactly
os
the
presento.
same.
Julio Fernández, profesor. María Torres, la nueva profesora.
¿Cómo está usted?
Encantado de conocerla.
Igualmente, encantada.
What's the Spanish for to introduce, to meet someone? Introducirse, conocerse, presentarse, conocerse, introducir, conocer, presentar, conocer. So to meet someone is conocerse, and to introduce is presentarse. Then again, reflexive verbs, both of them. If you take the se out of it, it will change the meaning.
Qué bien, qué bien.
Sí. ¿Conoces a Julio?
No. ¿Conoce a Fernando, el director?
Besides to meet, what other translation is appropriate for conocer? To greet someone or to know someone? So it would be to know, that's what I was telling you guys earlier. If you take the reflexive pronouns, it will change
Sí,
the
claro.
meaning of the
Ya,
verb.
claro.
Pues muy bien, muy bien. ¿Qué tal la academia?
Bien, muy bien.
Julio, ¿estás bien?
Claro.
If someone asks you, ¿estás bien? What would you answer? Sí, estoy bien. Sí, estás bien. Sí, está bien. Then again, that's the conjugation of the second verb to be. In Spanish, we have to, ser y estar.
Muy bien. Muy bien.
Bueno, muchas gracias, Fernando, por el trabajo.
De nada. Bienvenida a la academia Habla con ñ.
There you go. So there's a second one. It's very brief as well. It's just, if you do exactly the same that we were doing before, you just scan it again.
Well done to Sarah and B there, and Pino as well. Love that name.
What about you, David? How did you do?
Oh, I got them all right, but you know, I can't play along. That's unfair. Yeah, right. I didn't get them all right at all. Far from it. Far from it. I've got a few questions as well at the end. If anyone else has got any questions, please keep them to the end. But yeah, I'm gonna. It might be silly question. There's no such thing as a silly question. What am I talking about?
It's fine, especially when you're learning a language like.
Yeah.
Just
give me a second to log on to this one, please.
So, just let me know when you're ready, because I think like whenever you're ready, everybody's gonna be ready. don't get yourselves confused, because in Italian, ciao can, I know that most of you know that ciao can be used for both, but that's only in Italian. In Spanish, if you say ciao, you're saying goodbye.
¿Qué?
Ay, buenas noches.
¿Cómo?
How do you say good evening or good night in Spanish? Buena noche, buenas noches, buenas noches, noche buena. So we don't make difference between good evening and a good night. We use buenas noches. It's always in plural, never in singular, because otherwise you're referring to one specific.
¿Cómo está María? ¿Y cómo está Julio?
María está nerviosa. Es muy cansado.
Okay. So we're going back here. So, if you have any questions regarding what we just saw, I'm gonna answer those questions at the very end, just to keep the continuity of the class. So, ¿cuántos años tienes? Meaning, how old are you? So, when we want to talk about our age in Spanish, which means and the remaining minutes. So, las 12:05, las 12:10, las 12:15, or y cuarto, as in English, when you say like quarter past 12, we also can say cuarto, which means quarter. If what we're talking about, the object or the person is female, is feminine, we will change the ending of the word. So instead of saying amarillo, it would be amarilla. And then if it is a group of things mixed, there would be amarillos, mixed, or both masculines, they can be both. Or if they're a group of things that they're feminine, then we would say amarillas.
You guys can just let us know that you're on. So yeah, use the camera or
the URL, yeah. Or you guys, I mean, if you can just raise your hands right now, because this one is the most important one. So just raise your hand whenever you guys are ready ready to go. There's not that much audio in this video. It's an Argentinian short film. I personally love it. You have to pay attention to the objects and the colors and number of the objects, because the questions are going to be related to that. There you go. ¿Cuántas pastillas hay en la mesa? So how many pills are there on the table? Una, dos, tres, o cuatro. ¿De qué color es el florero con rosas? ¿Azul, blanco, verde o negro? So what color is the vase? Is it blue? Is it white? Is it green? Or is it black? To the clock. So what time is it? Son las 9:00, son las 9:45, son las 9:30 o son las 9:15. ¿Qué día del mes marca el calendario? 13, 12, 14 o 11. Día means day, mes means month. Calendario means calendar. Oh, there you go. Automando militares. So, just 2 throws in the darts. ¿Cuántas rosas rojas hay en el florero blanco? 2, 1, 6 o 7. For those that didn't understand the question is how many red roses are in the white vase? As you could see in the question, everything was corresponding. Rosas, rojas, florero.
Desaparecer. Esa es la verdad que buscamos. Queremos saber.
¿De qué color es la paloma? So what color is the pigeon? ¿Es azul con blanco? ¿Es gris con blanco? ¿Es roja con blanco? ¿Es amarilla con blanco? When you're describing something with 2 colors, only the first color will correspond in gender and number. The other one will stay just in singular and masculine. That's the rule. ¿Cuál de estos números no está en el reloj? So which of these numbers is not on the clock? 20, 30, 40 o 70. ¿Qué hora marca el reloj? ¿Qué hora es? So what time is it? Las 2:30, las 2:30, las 2:30 o las 2:30. So this is a spelling question. Then again, remember that depending if you want to learn European Spanish or Latin American Spanish, C and Z will be pronounced as like TH in 1000. ¿De qué color son las cortinas? So what color are the curtains? ¿Son marrones, son verdes, son amarillas o son blancas? Cortinas is feminine, and in this case is in the plural form, las cortinas, so it needs to correspond to that.
Brilliant.
Great, so congratulations to Nico, to B and Sarah. The name of this last film, it was called Padre.
Yeah, it's brilliant. It's quite powerful, quite moving.
So,
Right.
David, you say you had a couple of questions.
Yes, I do. Yes, here we go. They might sound a bit silly. Is that Donald? Yes, we'll be sharing the link Julio, if you could share that. There you go, the film link. There you go. Right. So yes, right. Hola. ¿Qué tal? So I've always used ¿Cómo estás? So what is the most popular, and what really is the best? So for such a varied person, so whether it's male, female, old, young, what would be best to use?
So let's say that ¿Cómo está? And ¿Cómo estás? You can use it in every single situation.
Okay.
But ¿Qué tal? It's like what's up in English. Like, how you doing?
Okay, it's more sort of
it's more
slang.
informal. It's more like between friends. It doesn't matter your group, your age group. What you need to take into consideration here is how close or how familiar you are with the person you're speaking. Saying ¿Qué tal? At least in Latin America, it's more informal than saying ¿Cómo estás? Or ¿Cómo estás? And I think in Spain the same. ¿Qué tal? Is more slang. It's more,
No, that's good. I really appreciate that. I've got another question, but there's a question from Murada. Question I wrote down, this is totally me, bit tongue-in-cheek, but Senora, when you say Senora, instead of that, if you were to use Senorita, could that be used kind of in a complimentary way, or would it be seen as being offensive? Would it be seen as taking the mick?
Okay, so the real reason, that comes from like the colony period. So basically you would say señorita if someone is a virgin. If the lady that you're speaking to is a virgin, then you would use señorita. That's the actual.
Oh, right. Okay. Yeah, I definitely want.
Because I did it, because obviously nowadays it's not,
You're going to get these kind of questions from me. You realize that?
like back in the past, you were supposed to like be virgin when you married, but nowadays the situation changed. So back in the day, it was easy. If someone wasn't married, so you would use señorita because that lady was supposed to be a virgin. But that's a tricky question because it can be a compliment if you say, oh, señorita, but then again, it will depend on your tone.
So listen, thanks all for participating or watching, and well done again to the top three. I'll send you a code for next week, those top three, and for Donald as well, and anyone else that's on this course, I'll also send a discount code out for next week. We'll be running more live courses in the near future, so definitely follow our Facebook page for days, times and tickets to all the events. And if you'd like to find out more tutoring by Francisco, please email him. I will send you the details via email, and you can find out more about exactly what he can do for you guys. Okay, thank you ever so much.
Thank you guys for taking the time. I hope that you have learned something today.
Everyone go and enjoy a nice glass of wine now, and get in the Spanish spirit of things.
You'll get fluent once you have that.
Yeah, exactly, yeah. So thanks ever so much, everyone. Take care.
Bye-bye, guys.